Salut tout le monde, c'est Douding. Attendez, je m'éloigne un petit peu de ces gens bruyants. Voici une auge, je vais me laver tout de suite. On est de retour dans Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, j'espère que vous allez bien. Et aujourd'hui, enfin, on va être libéré bientôt de cette intro tuto bavarde trop longue relais, comme le château est beau là-bas. Alors on a maintenant accès à la carte du jeu et ça c'est bien. Voilà, nous sommes donc dans le village de Troskovic. Et notre quête actuelle, c'est d'essayer de trouver un moyen d'approcher Deberg. Et juste à l'instant, alors que nous étions, Hans et moi, à la taverne, eh bien nous avons vu cette femme ici à la robe bleue. Et c'est la femme que nous avions sauvée près de l'étang. Je vais aller l'interroger tout de suite.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
Quoi? Mais pas du tout, c'est pas moi. Non, on va lui dire qu'on s'est vu à l'étang.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Mais si on t'a sauvé?
We saved you. Me and my lord there. You and some other women were attacked by bandits. You must remember that.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
Mais elle fait semblant de pas me reconnaître, c'est pas possible. Je t'ai sauvé la vie.
You know very well what I'm talking about. I saved your life.
Are you drunk? Get out of my sight.
Here's your
comprends pas.
wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Elle fait semblant, c'est pas possible.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Je suis toujours prêt, moi.
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
Ah bah oui, madame.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go mouldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Ah bah oui, on va le faire, madame, on va le faire.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Scallops.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life. But I know this place inside and out.
Je vais lui demander ce qu'elle sait à propos du mariage.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
Est-ce que le seigneur de Berg sera présent? C'est tout ce qui m'intéresse.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
C'est qui ce Sémine?
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Semin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Semin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Et où aura lieu la noce?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Semin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Est-ce que je peux y aller?
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Ok, on va s'occuper de ces sacs de farine là et
Where do
puis...
you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Oui voilà, j'aime pas être endetté, on va...
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Here it comes.
Ok, on va aller parler à Hans. Viens là mon pote. J'ai du travail pour toi, tu vas adorer.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. If someone saw me.
Allez, personne te reconnaîtra, Hans.
Come on. Nobody will recognize you.
Maybe not now, but what about later? People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Oh!
Allez, essaye. Essaye de travailler une fois dans ta vie.
Look, we're not in any position to pick and choose. So if you want to somehow scrape your way out of this mess, you better forget your airs and graces and make some effort. A bit of honest work won't kill you.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Ok. Soit. Je porterai seul les sacs.
I understand. Well, I'm in your service, so I'll carry all the sacks. Even your share.
Thank you, Henry. And don't worry, I'll pay you back for your hard work.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favor.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates.
Ah.
But above all, Once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
Today's a Scotch.
Ah, il a le don de m'agacer. Et c'est aussi pour ça qu'on l'aime. Les sacs de farine, alors ça doit être ici.
God, I'm bored shitless.
Ouf, c'est lourd.
That isn't half
Ouais.
heavy. Oh.
Et le garde-manger, ça doit être à l'intérieur, d'après ce qu'elle m'a dit. Oh, j'espère que je vais pas y passer la journée. Hein. Tout ça pour avoir mangé un repas médiocre. Il y a des rats, j'ai vu un rat passer. Oh. Et voilà, un premier sac. Oh là là, je vais courir. Hein. Ah bah, regardez, un deuxième sac est réapparu au même endroit que le premier. Au moins il fait beau. J'espère pouvoir bientôt explorer ce village de fond en comble. Hein. Ah mais j'ai vu un rat. Hein. Allez, 2-2. Oh là là, encore 3, c'est pas possible. Qu'est-ce qui... Qu'est-ce qui se passe ici?
I heard you're in need of money, friend. Surprised.
Oi,
You're just
true
a
enough.
village yokel.
I need to pay the tithe
dare you?
and give something to the
I'm
church
the
for
son
my
of the
father's three
bailiff.
mass.
Till the last moment this
Qu'est-ce qui... Hans, reste à ta place. Fais pas de bruit. Discute pas avec le fils du bailli ou je ne sais qui.
And I doubt you do either.
Alors, je vais prendre le 3e sac. Toujours le don de m'attirer dans les ennuis. Allez, 2-3. Hop. Plus que 2. On y est presque. La dette sera bientôt remboursée.
What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Ouh.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
Hans.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
Oh.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Um...
Didn't you hear? Apologize to him.
Oh no, reinforcements. I'm so scared. Take your numbskull friend and get out of our village.
Quoi?
Right now.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on then.
You scum!
Ah, il m'a vraiment agacé. Vas-y Hans, défonce-le.
Now you're gonna get
Ah, ouais, il est pas tout seul. Tiens toi. Coucou. Faut que je fasse gaffe, ils sont plusieurs.
those fancy moves, for fuck's sake.
Allez, j'en ai 3 sur moi. Je bouge. J'en ai 3 sur moi, c'est pas vrai. Ah.
Hey, come on then. Nice hit. I'll beat you to a blow, oh, fucker.
Tiens, boum. Je fasse gaffe à mon endurance. Oh, il m'a bien enchaîné, lui. Faut que j'esquive, je vais esquiver. Je vais reprendre de l'endurance un peu, là. Tiens, sur le côté. 3 d'enchaîner, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Aïe. Ah, il y en a un qui me frappe sur le côté. C'est pas facile contre 3. Faut que je passe, faut que je passe.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Eh mince. Oh, Hans, non, non, non.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
C'est vrai.
How dare you speak?
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off!
Shut up! Oh, you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
Mais j'ai du bon sens, moi.
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
Mais qui a commencé cette querelle?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? Ah, what an idiot I was to stand up for you.
And what good did it do? Fuck all! If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Mais, allez, on arrête, Hans, on arrête de se disputer.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Faisons la paix, Hans.
That's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Il faut qu'il se calme, il faut qu'il se calme. Oh mon Dieu, on a passé la nuit comme ça.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Oh, so Otto.
Hey! Open Virgo!
Oh, c'est frustrant de le voir passer si proche. Hein.
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight. What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Je l'aime bien lui. Bon, ben nous voilà seuls. Alors, crime et réputation. Chacun de nos actes a des conséquences. Si on commet des méfaits, le monde qui nous entoure et ses habitants vont y réagir. Qu'est-ce qu'un méfait ? Eh bien, c'est tout ce que doit éviter de commettre un bon chrétien. Il ne faut pas tuer d'innocents, voler, entrer chez quelqu'un, frapper des gens ou les animaux domestiques, ni perturber leur existence paisible. Les conséquences, c'est que si quelqu'un nous surprend en train de commettre un crime, il va nous dénoncer aux gardes, ou bien s'en prendre directement à nous. On a des informations sur notre réputation dans la carte de joueur, dans l'onglet Réputation. Et la réputation, eh ben, elle va influer sur la manière dont les gens vont nous considérer et nous traiter. Évidemment, si quelqu'un nous apprécie, il va nous accueillir gentiment et les marchands pourront même nous faire bénéficier de réductions. À l'opposé, si quelqu'un nous déteste, il pourra refuser de nous adresser carrément la parole. Très bien.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
Henry?
Qui me parle ?
It's about time. Come here.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Quoi ?
For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
Eh ben, ouais, je t'en prie, y a pas de quoi.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side. Now things can only get better.
C'est vrai. C'est vrai que là, dans mon état, les choses ne peuvent que s'améliorer.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Tomcat, c'est qui ça, ce Tomcat ?
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Ça m'intéresse ça, un maître épéiste.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offense, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Très bien. Où est-ce que je peux le trouver, ce fameux Tomcat?
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed, although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
Ce
And
serait
what do
bien.
you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armor?
Quel genre de vêtements je souhaiterais? Disons... une armure, ce serait bien, ouais.
I could use some armor. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armor, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armor, sword, and horse now?
That's a
Elle
long
se moque de
story.
moi.
And it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armor now, but you might find something in the town hall armory, although you'll need quick hands.
Ah mais non, 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 moi je vole pas, moi.
Thanks, but I'd rather get my clothes honestly. I just got out of the pillory. I don't want to end up there again.
Well, I'm not pushing you, just giving you a few useful tips. What you do with them is up to you.
Ok, ok. Je vais en rester là. Comment tu t'appelles?
You. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Pourquoi tu m'aides?
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
Ah, je l'adore.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Les gens du voyage ont toujours eu mauvaise réputation.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
Oh, bah j'ai gagné un niveau. Très bien. Oui, dans quelle ville vas-tu d'ailleurs?
You said you're going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
Qu'est-ce que
What
tu
do you
vas
wanna do
faire
in the
là-bas à
I'll
Kuttenberg?
find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
Eh ben, c'était une
Oh
chouette
well.
rencontre,
It was
merci.
nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Peut-être bien, peut-être pas, on verra. En tout cas, nous voilà enfin libres. Regardez, je suis nu comme un ver. Et je cours. Je cours. Ah, dans les rues de Troskowitz. Bon, Enfin la liberté. Enfin je quitte cette longue intro tuto du jeu qui n'en finissait plus, j'avoue. En tout cas c'est le sentiment que j'ai eu, je ne sais pas pour vous. Bon bah très bien, alors on va aller dans le journal qui est ici, on a accès à la carte de la ville, la carte de Troskowitz. On peut aller voir le forgeron, on peut aller voir le meunier pour accéder à la noce, accéder au mariage. J'ai bien envie d'aller voir le forgeron. Oh mais c'est loin? C'est tout là-haut? D'accord. Radovan le forgeron. Oh mais regardez dans mon sac, j'ai encore les vêtements du cadavre que j'avais enterré. Je vais au moins équiper ça. Est-ce que j'ai faim? Pas trop, ça va. Et j'ai toujours l'épée aussi. Donc ça c'est bien aussi. Bah superbe. Il faudrait que je me lave un petit peu et puis on va aller voir le forgeron. Je sais pas si le jour se lève ou si le jour se couche. Non, ouais, c'est le matin bien sûr, c'est le matin. On a passé la nuit sur le pilori, c'était très désagréable. Ah qu'il est bon de courir seul. Enfin débarrassé de ces PNJ bavards. Et que la nature est belle dans ce jeu. Et regardez-moi le château là-bas. C'est magnifique. J'arrête de courir parce que mon endurance, elle fond comme neige au soleil. J'espère vraiment que chez ce forgeron ça va bien se passer, que je vais pouvoir gagner mon accès à la noce, peut-être me faire un peu d'argent au passage, pour m'acheter des meilleurs vêtements parce que là, c'est pas possible. Il faudrait que je me lave d'ailleurs, il faudrait que je trouve une auge, au moins une auge. Alors je suis encore loin là. Oh, ouais, c'est vraiment très loin. Hein. Il me faudrait tellement un cheval. Mais la nature est belle, donc ça va. Je prends mon pied. Alors là, à courir dans la nature comme ça, ça fait vraiment du bien. Ah, regardez un bouleau. J'adore cet arbre. Est-ce que ce serait ici ? Ouais, on dirait bien. On va aller par là. Alors nous avons découvert Takov. Le village de Takov. Ça n'a pas l'air très grand.
That's a fine maypole.
Oh, c'est ici sans doute. Ben oui. Radovan le forgeron. Il a l'air bien occupé.
You're up early. What'll it be?
Mais je suis venu pour travailler, bien sûr.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine.
Ah.
A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Eh bien, oui, bien sûr.
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge.
Super.
Go over to the anvil and let's get started.
J'arrive tout de suite. Oh, ça. Ça, c'est bon, ça. Ah, bah ça va mieux. Où est ton coffre? Ah, bah il est là, ton coffre. Acier, ferraille, fixation. Très bien. Je vais tout prendre. Ok. On va commencer à forger alors. Donc nous devons forger une épée de chasseur avec 2 aciers, un morceau de ferraille et un morceau de fixation. L'épée de chasseur est la fidèle compagne de tout chasseur ou braconnier. Elle sert généralement à achever le gibier, mais elle est aussi très pratique pour tailler du petit bois pour le feu. On va lancer la fabrication.
Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Try poking it around for a bit.
Oui, j'ai fait ça toute ma vie. Alors, on va déplacer donc une pièce dans le fourneau pour chauffer ces différentes parties individuellement.
The furnace, nice and hot.
Voilà.
There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works the best.
Alors, un petit coup de soufflet. Oh, je suis doué, je suis doué. On va faire une super épée. Je sais pas dans quelle mesure je dois continuer à utiliser le soufflet. Oh, ça a l'air bon là.
But you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it
Alors,
out.
c'est comment là? Encore un petit peu peut-être.
See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now.
C'est bon là?
Come over to
Ouais.
the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it.
Ok, ok, c'est bon.
Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times.
Ok.
See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are.
Ah, tu veux des grands coups? Tiens.
Everything's there. Nothing's missing.
That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides.
Uniforme,
Like a lot of other
uniforme.
things.
Je me rends pas bien compte là.
Myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
Ah oui, bah oui, bien sûr, je vais la retourner, bien sûr, bien sûr. Voilà, on va commencer par la pointe.
Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Je vais souffler. Allez, je la retourne encore. C'est un peu long, hein, quand même.
It's
Bon,
cooled now.
on en est où?
You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the
Ah,
furnace
faut que je
from time to
retourne au
time.
fourneau.
Sometimes you got to go there and back all day, but it's all part of the craft. Now,
Bon, d'accord.
get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before.
Ouais, ça fait partie du craft, c'est comme l'alchimie, quoi. Bah, allez, un petit coup de soufflet, c'est parti, hein. Allez, chauffez, chauffez. C'est un peu long, hein. J'espère que j'aurai pas à faire ça trop souvent parce que quand même... c'est un peu long, hein.
The whole thing is heated up now.
Elle est bien, là, hein.
To the anvil.
Elle est bien, là. Allez, on retourne sur l'enclume. Ah, j'espère que c'est bientôt fini, hein.
See that? Besides the sparks, You can tell a good strike by the sound it makes.
Ah, le son.
The ring you want.
Le son est pas mal, là. Hein.
See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished.
Non, je me rends pas compte que la forme est en train d'être presque finie. Je sais pas ce que je dois regarder pour le savoir. Ah, ça refroidit déjà, là. J'ai fini. Oh, j'ai fini. Quel soulagement. Ça commençait vraiment à m'ennuyer. Bah, on va quoi? La tremper puis la meuler, hein? Ça ira bien. J'imagine. Allez, un bon trempage. Et voilà. Pas mal, Henri, pas mal. Eh, super, épée du chasseur. Dégâts des stocks 58, dégâts de taille 66, dégâts de choc 25, défense 80, prix 20.5.
Right. Let's have a look.
Alors?
Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
Eh oui.
Certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
Non, c'est bon.
That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things.
Génial.
And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Où est-ce que je peux trouver des
Where can I
matériaux?
get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
Ok, je sais pas si j'ai bien fait de venir ici parce que il va falloir faire beaucoup auprès du forgeron. Mais en tout cas, c'est un bon début. Et j'ai mon propre lit quelque part ici. C'est où? C'est là-dedans? Qu'est-ce qu'il m'a dit? Où est-ce que je pouvais dormir? Ah, la petite cabane là? J'ai le droit d'être là-dedans? Non, c'est pas ici. Autant je m'oriente très bien dans la nature, autant... Là, il stocke son bois. Ah, c'est sûrement là, c'est très spartiate. C'est exactement ce dont j'ai besoin. Bon bah c'est super. J'ai un coffre ici pour ranger mes affaires. Un nécessaire de forgeron. Parfait. Un tablier en cuir. Nécessaire d'armurier. Et puis un lit pour me reposer et dormir. Très bien. Donc l'épée que j'ai forgée, elle est là. Elle est meilleure que celle que je porte. Donc je vais l'équiper. Et puis l'autre, ben, je vais aller la vendre. Je vais aller m'acheter à manger. Et je vais faire un gros dodo. Et on va en rester là pour cette session. J'espère que ça vous a plu. Je vais me passer un peu d'eau sur le visage. On se retrouve très bientôt pour la suite. Je suis très content de commencer à me promener librement dans Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. J'espère que ça vous a plu. Merci pour vos likes. J'ai hâte de lire vos commentaires. Et comme d'habitude, je vous dis portez-vous bien, jouez bien. Et à très très bientôt. Ciao ciao.